Hey, what's up, everybody? This is your boy Kenny, and this is She's Gotta Have It, Season 1, Episode 9, and the name of this episode is Change Gonna Come, Gentrification. This was a really good episode, y'all, so let me get started. The episode opens up, we see Nola's outside of a cemetery, and she's pretty much talking about how much of an effed up year 2016 was because we lost so many great artists like, Natalie Cole, Prince, David Bowie. We actually did lose a lot of greats. But in this scene, we see that she's also paying homage to a lot of our black fallen heroes, in so many aspects of industry. And, we see her laying flowers on all their graves. We see that she lays a flower on Basquiat's, Madam C.J. Walker, Celia Cruz, Miles Davis, Duke Ellington, Paul Robeson, Thelonious Monk, and, James Baldwin, as well as Malcolm X and Betty Shabazz. And I thought that this was really powerful, and this is what I love so much about Spike Lee. Spike Lee celebrates black life and black achievement. And in this, he actually celebrated that we have a lot of great black individuals who did a lot for the black community, but also were groundbreakers in their craft. And we need to celebrate them. And in this scene, he actually paid homage to all of them who were groundbreaking artists and groundbreaking individuals who helped change the face who helped change the face for Black America. So after that, after that scene, we get a scene where they're at this community meeting, which is held by Bianca. And for those who've been following the show, Bianca is the white woman that's always going off on Papo being on her stoop. So she's, leading. Pretty much what happened is that someone is spraying graffiti throughout Fort Greene, and they're pretty much spraying this green G, the G for gentrification, and she is blaming Papo for it, which is pretty much the dumbest thing ever because Papo is not a graffiti artist. We know Papo's an artist, but he's not vandalizing houses or anything like that. But she wants to blame Papo because she can't stand him because he's always sitting on her stoop. But, we see that NOLA actually stands up for him. And everyone, and pretty much the community kind of stands up for him, saying that, look, this man served in Afghanistan. He's the mayor of our block. And then she's like, well, he's not my mayor. I didn't vote for him. And it was like, you should. What the hell? I mean, because Papo is real cool. I mean, we saw Papo, doing the military salute because he, was a war vet. So he's definitely experienced some psychological. He's pretty much experienced, some effects being in war, which he now has some psychological problems. But, So pretty much, it starts going. Next thing you know, they're pretty much saying that, this girl, I think it was Vicky, one of Nola's friends was like, Black Lives Matter, and then next you know we hear, Bianca's like, well, White Lives Matter. Ooh, I was like, because then it went left, because everybody was like, all lives matter, these lives matter, that lives matter, Chinese lives matter, and it just gets all crazy. So Nola's mom steps in and is like, look, we have to realize that, we need to learn how to understand each other's differences. Now, we know that Bianca's designer's panties are way too tight, but she is a part of the Fort Greene community, as all of us, and we all need to find a way to get to know each other. And then Nola's father, Stokely, gets up and was like, I just got this to say. To be or not to be? That is the motherfucking question. Stokely is funny as shit because Noah's like, damn it, Dad. Because like her father is always very outspoken, and he's always saying something off the cuff. So I thought that was pretty cool. After that, we see that NOLA has a session with Dr. Jamison. You know, she's talking about, you know, all these things that's going on in her life. But then, like, Dr. Jamison is trying to, you know, ask her, what about you? You know, because it seems that her focus, you know, she wants to focus more on her art and wants to focus more on her work. But she feels like, you know, she has all of these things going on. And that's something that Dr. Jamison tries to get her to understand, that, look, you got the 3 boyfriends, you got Opal, you have your work, you have all of that, but when are you going to be able to just focus on you? You know, how are you going to be able to, you know, how are all of these things affecting your work? Are they affecting you in a positive light or a negative light? So she says, well, tell me about the 3 guys. And she lets her know that Mars makes her laugh, Greer is spontaneous, and that Jamie, you know, he's a grown-ass man, you know, and he's like a nurturing parent. And then she says that Opal is the person that she aspires to be because she's headstrong, she's determined, she's independent, and she knows what she wants. And, you know, Dr. Jamison lets her know, okay, so let's go back to the night of your art show. Here it is. It's your big night. But what ended up happening? You ended up focusing on the 3 men that all showed up, and instead of you focusing on your night, you were more focused on trying to put out all the fires that were going on. You know, pretty much what you have pretty much is like a 3-headed monster. You know, meaning all 3 men just make up a monster, a 3-headed monster. So she's kind of letting her know that, look, you know, if you know, you need to focus more on your craft and on your own well-being. And she was saying that even though these guys are good guys, they're going to want more and more of your time. What are you going to have for yourself? So she suggests that she takes a page out of Opal's book. Because, you know, Oprah told her ass off. She says, just tell them what, you know, be very transparent, full disclosure. And if the truth, if the truth hurts, so be it. Excuse me, I'm under the weather, but so we actually see that she does use this information, but it plays in the next episode. So hold on to that. But I thought that session was really good because she really got at the heart of NOLA, saying that, look, you know, you need to kind of focus on your craft and your art, and instead of you trying to, you know, put fires out here, put fires out there, and you're kind of just all over the place, and you just need to just break the chain so you can be free and focus on your passions. So I thought that was good. Also, we get a quick scene with Shemeka. We see that Shemeka, you know, is pretty much still recuperating, you know, after the explosion down at the Hottentrot when when she was getting those cheap silicone injections. But we see that she's doing a lot better. She's playing with her daughter. She's working. She's hustling, doing what she got to do. And it's funny because while I think she was at the salon, you know, there was that damn reality show Ask for That where they give you free butt injections. You know, the damn thing was playing, and all of a sudden you saw Shemeka was like, turn that shit off. I was like, yep. So she now has woken up, you know, because she really saw the actual consequences of her going down that road. Oh, and then we get a scene where Nola is teaching her class, and you know, and we actually see one of her students, Reggie, is on her phone. And Nola was like, "What are you doing on your phone? You know I don't allow phones in here." And she's like, "But Miss Darling, it's you." And we see that it has been exposed that Nola has been the street artist that's been putting up the murals all over the city saying that my name is not baby and my name is not motherfucking black bitch, stuff like that. You know, pretty much the whole murals is now been exposed and Nola is behind it. And the person that exposed it was Kalinda. So we see she goes to talk to Kalinda at the art gallery, and Kalinda is like, "I just helped you launch your career," but then she's like, but then Noah's like, "How the hell did you find out about it anyway?" And she said, "Well, Mars, of course." And I'm like, see, he told your ass not to say nothing, but your ass couldn't wait to snitch his ass out. She is just so bitter, it's not even funny. But, you know, but Nola is mad, and she's pissed, like, you know, I didn't want my career to be launched this way. And she says that, look, this is fresh, this is feminism, this is, you know, black, this is girl power, this is everything. Like, those murals should have been here at the art show. You know, this is groundbreaking, and people have been calling in, you know, asking about this, and even one is, you know, she says his name kind of rhymes with Smitty Snavish, Lenny Kravitz. So even Lenny Kravitz is interested in Nola's art, but Nola is so in her own shit that she can't appreciate it because she feels that her privacy was violated, and she said that I want to make it, but I don't want to make it like this. But Kalinda was like, look, I just helped build your career, and all you're doing is giving me attitude. But she says, but you didn't ask me. And she was like, and then Kalinda was like, oh, like you didn't ask for Mars? And I'm like, she still got feelings for Mars, and that's the reason why she acts like that. And then Nola's like, look, how many times you gonna bring this shit up? What, you want to share them or something? What the hell? So she ends up leaving and was like pretty much just kind of like played Kalinda dust. Then she met with Mars, you know, and she's pretty much mad as hell, and pretty much he said that, look, I know you didn't want me to say anything, but the reason why I did was because you was telling me about your money problems, and I was thinking about 24 carats. That's what was on my mind. I wasn't thinking about anything else. I was thinking about your well-being. But she's saying that I told you not to say anything, and yet you did. It's like, you know, why would you violate me like that? And he's saying that no, it wasn't like that at all. You know, I care about you, and I want to see you win. And she says, yes, but I don't want to be put out in that way. And she pretty much just kind of like, she's saying that, look, we had a good run. Everything was, you know, things, you know, was good, you know, for what they were. And she just puts on her headphones and blocks them off. So I'm just like, shit just goes, I was just like, Nola is tripping. Because at the end of the day, both Kalinda and Mars made moves to help you because you didn't want to be exposed that you were the artist that was behind it. But this street art that you've done has created a movement, just like what Basquiat did with Samo. So, but Nola is just in her own shit, and she just can't see the blessing. Oh yeah, and also in that scene they played Hey Love by the Rotary Connection. That's a beautiful song. You know, that was the group that Minnie Riperton was with before she went solo, for those who don't know. But yeah. Then we get one of the big scenes. Excuse me. Bianca comes out of her house and she sees there's a green G that's been painted, you know, on her property, and she sees Papo there. And she immediately blames Papo. She ends up calling the police. Mars was on his way to Nola's house, and you know, because Nola's actually in the house, you know, doing, you know, painting, and she has like this really cool, like, you know, shirt with all this paint on it. So I thought the sweater was pretty hot. But next thing you know, Bianca calls the police. Then the police come, and they pretty much start kind of harassing Papo, and Papo starts to have somewhat of an episode. And Nola pretty much stands up for him because you know, Papo and her somewhat grew up together. They went to school together, you know. But you know, he's a vet from, you know, he was pretty much a vet from the Afghanistan war, and he obviously has some psychological issues. So they pretty much was asking Papo for his ID. And he started shaking, and Nola was like, I painted the G. I did it. Won't you take me in? Handcuff me. So when they decided to handcuff Papo, they also handcuffed Nola, and they took both of them to jail. And we really kind of see, like, yeah, this problem with police brutality is definitely something that needs to be addressed even more, because here it is, you know, Mars is going in. He's going off. And you know, he's kind of letting them know, like, yo, they ain't do nothing. What the hell? And he's saying that, look, you know, mind you, like, stand on the sidewalk. He's like, man, I am on the sidewalk. I'm right here. What you talking about? He's like, watch your mouth. I ain't got to wash my mouth. I'm a citizen. I got rights. I can say what the hell I want. And, you know, Marsh is just pissed off because they pretty much arrested Nola and arrested Papo, and they didn't do anything. Because Bianca, the white woman, decided to scream, you know, because someone painted a G on her property, but she immediately blames Papo. And I'm like, Papo doesn't even do shit like that. So it just really, it's just racial profiling, and also, you know, status profiling as well, because he's homeless, and because he's an artist. Oh, it was him. And because she don't like Papo, so that was another reason that motivated her. So we see that, you know, Nola and Papo get booked. She's in jail, and she ends up calling somebody and asking this person, can they come and pick her up? We don't know who this person is. I have an idea who it is, though, but we come to find out that the person that she called was Opal. And Opal pretty much lets them know, like, look, you know, I applaud you for, you know, for your intentions, but you could have really gotten hurt. Or worse. So she's pretty much saying that, you know, I just need but she's saying that, you know, can you take me home? But she says that, yeah, but I think someone else wants to take you home more. And we see that Opal also told her parents, and her parents came and took her home. Then we actually see that Jamie's at his office, and and what happens is that when he sits at his desk, he sees that Nola has returned the money, and she pretty much writes a letter saying that, you know, thank you, but no thank you, because, you know, I need to be understood. And we actually see that the grant that she applied for, which was like $15,000, she actually got the grant. So she's now good as far as financially. And so she got a little bit more, but she gave Jamie back the money and said that, look, I can't rely on you to fix all my problems. You know, I'm an independent woman. I can do things for myself. So pretty much we see that she gets this scene where she's Michelle and Diocello's playing in the background, and I have to say the cinematography in this scene when that song was playing, where Nola's spinning around, you know, in a circle. Spike Lee, that was genius. That was pure genius. I lived for it. And I thought it was a very, very good way of ending this episode, because we're seeing that, you know, Nola now she's now at that breaking point where she now has to realize that she has to be faithful to herself, and that she has to choose her, you know, because she has all of these different things going on. But it also plays back to what Dr. Jamison was telling her. What about you? You know, you're talking about everything else that's going on around you that's attached to you, but what about you on your own? So I thought that was very powerful. So that's what I had, y'all. If I missed anything, put it down in the comments. I'd love to hear from you. But subscribe to my channel. Click that bell so you get notifications every time I drop a video. Also follow me on all of my social platforms. Check out my GoFundMe link as well. Also, like this video, comment on this video, and share this video. And I will be back with the season finale of She's Gotta Have It. So until next time, everybody, take care.